Hey everybody, AC here, and welcome back to another episode of Danny Phantom Vlogs Revisit. This time, we are talking about the Fairly Odd Phantom short. This was a short that was released on Nickelodeon in 2017, 12 years after Danny Phantom ended. And it is the first animation we've seen in Danny Phantom in years. We still have not gotten anything Danny Phantom related since this. And this was, at the time, this was to promote Butch Hartman's fourth and final show, Bunsen is a Beast. He had made several shows. He made Danny Phantom, he made Fairly Odd Parents, he made Tough Puppy, and Bunsen is a Beast, which was his fourth and final show at Nickelodeon. And this was kind of to promote Bunsen is a Beast, but it had all of those characters show up. It had Timmy, Cosmo, and Wanda. It had Timmy and Cosmo and Wanda from Fairly Odd Parents. It had Danny, Sam, Tucker, and Jazz from Danny Phantom. It had Tough Puppy and Kitty from Tough Puppy, and it had Bunsen from Bunsen is a Beast. All of them are it's collabing. They're all collabing in this one short. And it starts off in the world of Danny Phantom. And Danny mentions how the ghost portal has been acting weird lately. Suddenly it activates. It suddenly activates, and three ghosts come out. Danny gives his classic "Going Ghost" catchphrase. Transforms. First time we get to see the transformation. It's the first time we've gotten to see the transformation in 12 years. So this was incredible. This was absolutely nuts to see. He fights the ghosts, and he fights the ghosts one by one, tosses them over to Sam, Tucker, and Jazz. They all get their one-liners, and they each use the thermostat to suck up each of the ghosts before tossing the thermostat over to each other. And then Danny starts wondering who's messing with the ghost portal. Then they see Tough Puppy. They see Tough Puppy. And Tough Puppy and Kitty, and Kitty mentions that they were trying to make their way over to the command center, and that Tough Puppy is the one who drove, and so Tough Puppy is just messing with all the buttons for the ghost portal, and it opens up again. And this time, Timmy, Cosmo, and Wanda show up, who I guess they were trying to get to Fairy World. They were trying to get to Fairy World, and somehow they ended up here. And then Tough Puppy continues to mess with it even more. And then Bunsen shows up, and Bunsen just tosses cupcakes to everybody, and Tough Puppy just gobbles every single one of them up. And Danny's just like, okay, from now on, only people wearing pants are allowed near the ghost portal, because Tough Puppy doesn't wear pants. And yeah, that's it. That's the entire short. It is very short. It's like 3 minutes. The short itself is like 3 minutes long. But it was so nice. It was so nice seeing Danny Phantom and Sam, Tucker, and Jazz after 12 years of nothing, after 12 years of Nickelodeon just not even acknowledging Danny Phantom's existence for the longest time. They finally brought and it was the same cast. They used all the same voice actors for everybody, and it was so nice just hearing their voices again, and hearing Danny's say "Going Ghost." Like, when I first saw this, it I freaked out. When I first saw this, I freaked out. It was so nice to see. And I was hopeful back then that this meant that Nickelodeon was considered bringing Danny Phantom back. I was hopeful that that's what this meant. But no. No, unfortunately not. But this was still a good short. I still enjoyed it. The animation could be a little rough from times. It looked like some parts of the animation were fantastic, and then other parts of the animation looked like it was rushed. So yeah, it wasn't like fantastic animation all the way through, which is kind of what I would expect, since it's been 12 years. Animation has progressed a lot, so you'd think that they would want to give as much respect to this as possible, but not really. That said, I still gotta give this a grade. I still gotta give this a grade. Because it is still, something that is canonical to Danny Phantom. So I gotta give it a grade. For pure nostalgia factor alone, I have to have it be at least a C. For pure nostalgia alone. I grew up on Danny Phantom and Fairly Odd Parents, so it was great to see them interact for the first time. Well, not necessarily the first time, but like first time in cartoon history. They had never interacted before in terms of cartoons. They have interacted in terms of video games, and we'll talk about that. We will talk about that in a bit. For pure nostalgia alone, I have to give it like at least a C. But is it worth getting higher? No, I don't think it is. Pure nostalgia alone does not make Tough Puppy any less annoying. It does not make Bunsen any less annoying. And pure nostalgia does not mean that I can overlook quickly rushed animation. Again, some pieces of animation in this short look fantastic, and then others look like they were severely rushed. So I can't overlook that. So I would have to go with a C. I would have to go with a C grade. We're almost to the end of the whole grading system. We're almost there. I just have, two more. I have two more videos that I gotta make that require grades, and then after that, it's just a handful of videos where I talk about certain aspects of the show that I want to, give highlights to, give their own videos for. But yeah, this whole playlist is going to be like 60 to 63 videos, something like that. But yeah, so in any case, that's going to do it for this episode. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good jazz. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody.